Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show. Sorry about this, I've just got to go to my camera here on YouTube because what we've done, I've just sort of zoomed in too much. You can see me on this one, you can see me on YouTube as well, so apologies for getting up, and now I'm better. Now you can see the full picture on my other camera. So welcome to the show, Grassroots show. As you can see, we have no young commentators online this evening because young Dan's got family coming over from Spain, so they're going out for a bit of a meal. And what we're trying to do is trying to get the three lads on at once, more to talk about, more options available. So Jaden's having a little break, and I think he might even go to wrestling this evening. So he's doing very, very well in his wrestling, and he'll come on next week and let us know where he's up to and how he's doing on his cheating. And that's what I think wrestling's all about, isn't it? And big money in it. Unfortunately, big money. But hopefully Jaden can go all the way, because he seems to be very, very keen on that one as well. And I'm glad the young Dan's not in, because without the Champions League, and he's an Evertonian, I don't think he'd have been that harsh on us anyway. It wasn't much to talk about, was there? Looking at the players, I just had a feeling, I just knew, looking at Nunes, we weren't going to score, and even Curtis Jones didn't look too happy either, and we just thought, this is unreal, this, you know what I mean? We needed them to step up and be counted in, but we tied in the, well, 2 rounds of extra time, the 2 halves. You could see the players were very wary, and it didn't matter that PSG rested 8 players. If we'd have rested 8 players, I think we'd have still tied as well, to be honest, because we wouldn't have shown up as we did. And I thought the first 90 minutes, yeah, we could have won it. We had many chances, and in our last 2 games we've given 2 sloppy goals away. Now Newcastle will be booming on this one. Now always remember, we've got the Carabao Cup final on Sunday. Now we're not just playing Newcastle, I believe we're playing the whole country. Liverpool Football Club. Lucky enough they're all not on the pitch. We just had the Newcastle team, but we know that everyone in the country want Newcastle to win. We just need Newcastle to fail and Liverpool to win 3-0 and get more and more confident as the days go on, because we put the Champions League behind us. Real Madrid, looking at them, they were very lucky to go through, and I don't think they're the same team either. And I don't think they'll go all the way, because I reckon Arsenal will be very close to beating them. I really, really do, honestly. You could look at it and say, wow, we're going to face Real Madrid here, we're going to face Aston Villa. PSG, to me, are the team that's going to win it. I should have done them from the start, because they're complete, they're all round, they're everywhere. Every time they were going forward at Anfield, they looked like they were going to score. And we used to be like that I'd say quite a few games ago, because we've come through a little sticky patch, and now we need to lift our game and start believing again and think, do you know what, we're in a cup final here, and we nearly won the league championship, or the Premier League, shall we say. Let's go for it. Let's, even though the injuries, Trent, felt sorry for him. I thought he was having a good game. He had 2 good games on the 2 legs, and it was just an unfortunate way he landed. You could see it, and it looked like very, very painful. Now that could have been the end of Trent Alexander-Arnold at Liverpool Football Club. It's looking more and more that he is going on, moving on to Real Madrid. Is it better things? Time will tell. Conor Bradley, we can't wish him back quick enough, and Quansah, who come on in the Champions League, I thought was outstanding. Let's just hope we can keep that momentum going, because we need him. Now what happens if we go into extra time again? Canate, he was gone, he was dead. You could see it in him, you could see the expression. I don't know. What is it all about? Anyway, I'm more and more confident as the days go on. I'm even thinking about decorating my house and giving the Liverpool look all over. Mrs won't be happy, but hey ho, one of those things, isn't it? You know, you've got to give the lads the support that they deserve. They've been fighting all season, 15 points clear until the weekend. Obviously I can't see Arsenal losing against Chelsea, unless Chelsea really do lift their game and they start talking a bit of football and start believing in themselves. But again, it's another derby, but Arsenal have the home advantage. Is that good for Arsenal? I think they've been playing better away than they have been at home, and the pressure's on when you're chasing someone like us. If they get another draw, I think Arsenal will just go, cheerio, there's nothing we can do in this one now. But you never ever say never, do you, because I don't want to say that we're coming through or we're going into a sticky patch, because we were unlucky. We were out on penalties. It was 1-1 really over the two legs. I wish it was 1-0 there and it was 1-1 at Anfield. That had made it look a little bit better then, wouldn't it, rather than losing at Anfield. But it didn't happen, and hey ho, we're out and we look to go again. We look like we qualify for the Champions League for next year. And can Man United open the back door and qualify in the Europa League? If they win that, they're in the Champions League. But to be honestly, I thought everything went for them last night. 2 decisions, 2 penalties, or nearly 3 that I thought were in penalties. And then the red card, I thought the defender had plenty of time to get back. I don't think it was a straight red. I think the referee should have really looked at it. But the cards were flying. They were flying out so fast without any thought. And I just feel that Real Sociedad took a real bad hard time, and the commentators weren't even giving them any sympathy. Now, if that had been the other way around and it was happening to Man United, I think there'd been words said from the commentary team, but unfortunately that's the way it was. Now Man United face Leicester City, Ruud van Nistelrooy, so there you go. Can Leicester turn it round? Can they start performing? All these teams need to step up now and have a go. Liverpool haven't got a league game now till April, and hey ho, it's Everton. Another derby game. What will Everton be planning? What will Everton want to do? Let's see what happens, but Liverpool should now start up in the game, and I think you'll see players coming back. I think Conor Bradley will start coming back there, and I think Trent's out for the season, but he's just said he's not fit for the Carabao Cup final, but Konate is in training, and Szoboszlai, I think he'll be one of our outstanding players, as well as McAllister on Sunday. They've been playing out of the skin, and let's just hope they can do it for one more game in the final before they have a nice little rest, and then take on Everton, who are playing a couple of times before we play them. So they could be tired, or we could be tired. I don't know what we're doing. Keep those muscles going, and that is what it's all about, isn't it? It really is. We need to. I'm sorry about going on about Liverpool Football Club, but I just thought people would have said if you hadn't mentioned it, because they all know I'm red. And tonight we have no young commentators. We'll catch up with them on Friday. In the meantime, we have a choir that's going. Now, if your child wants to be involved in this choir, we're getting them all together. They don't have to be professional singers. We're just getting the kids together, lads and lasses, between 7 and 15 years of age. We want to put them together and we want them to perform a song. There's no professionals, but we could make them professionals. So it's a great opportunity for children who have got confidence and like to hear their voice, or like to let others hear their voice. And we want to try and bring them in for our One Step Ahead to Mental Health and Grassroots Football with our Hearts of Gold initiatives. And we need you to support us, because we want to try and put a record out there, Lean On Me if we can, a remix, bring in a singer and have the choir built around them and do something special, but just to make awareness of mental health at grassroots football. That's what we're trying to achieve, trying to make a difference and get these kids heard, because we know there's a lot out there in grassroots football with mental health, and we need to improve and give them the confidence back as well. And obviously we've got this podcast studio, and the lads are ready to go, Jay and Dan. They said, get some more podcasters in and we'll train them, we'll go through things with them, we'll give them the confidence, and they will. The lads are absolutely brilliant, honestly, and we want to bring more kids into the studio with Don't Cross the Line, with our grassroots show, with the football side of things, and there's a couple of these kids don't have to be involved in football. They really don't, but they're giving it their all, and I can't wait to put the show on that people can come and look at them when they're singing. We just need confident kids, and obviously as you're learning, developing, you get better and better, and we just need everyone to be on the same song sheet as ourselves and get behind us. So if your child, you think you've got a competent singer there, give us a shout, mal@untexttheline.com, add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. We want to make a difference into grassroots football, and that's all we're doing. We're trying to do different activities, as many as we possibly can, but a not-for-profit organisation, Don't Cross the Line CIC, is a community interest company, and everything that we do goes right back into the community. And the choir, incidentally, is not going to cost the kids any money whatsoever. We're doing it ourselves, everything we're putting on, and we want to make a difference, and it'll also be filmed as well. So they'll all have a little copy of their activities in the choir and the development that goes on throughout the week. So please get in touch with me. It's tonight, 6 p.m. till 7 p.m. If you've got the time, give us a little message, and we'll send you the details, the postcode and everything, where to be. It's in this office, not in this office, incidentally, not in the podcast studio, downstairs in our lovely hall, and we've got music, and things will happen soon. And we'll be putting music on and letting the kids sing to the music, because they are just finding their voices now, and there's a couple of great singers who we have with us, and that's going to be a difference. Anyway, if you're interested, please get in touch with me and get involved, and we'll rig them out with a bit of gear there. Honestly, they'll look the part when they wear them, honestly, and it's a choir that people will recognise, and they'll think, wow, lovely to be part of these kids and doing something and putting it all back into the community. And that's what we do with a community interest company, put everything back into the community. And that's not forgetting our REFspect awareness weekend, by the way, 12th and 13th of April. We're battering that now, and we've also got well, I'll show you the poster. There we go. We've got to remind you on this as well, in the football side of things. Please get involved with it. It is the right way up in it. Yeah, because how many times do you see fans holding the scarves up and banners up, and they're always upside down, and I'm going, oh no, you've got to check it first. Let the world see the right way up, and that's what we're doing. 12th, 13th of April for our REFspect awareness weekend. That's where the PGMOL, the Premier Game Match Officials Limited, will be wearing our t-shirts, our REFspect t-shirts, during their warm-ups around the Premier League grounds. We're trying to get them to wear the, well, I've got badges, they're not on the t-shirt I'll put on tomorrow's show, the REFspect badges, and we want people to buy them, because we want to try and get everything into the work that we're doing, the choirs, the kids voice box, our REFspect awareness weekend. It's not just a weekend, that's it. We want it week in, week out, but that's to let everyone know what it's all about. We have to respect our referees, especially in grassroots football, especially the kids who are only about 14 years of age when they do the first courses. We want to try and keep them within the game itself. We don't want to scare kids or officials or experienced referees away from grassroots football. We want to encourage more and more to come to the game, and I'll be chatting to one or two tomorrow at the North Liverpool JFL, and also at the John O'Leary League in Kirby as well. They're our supporters, great supporters, and they're looking after us. They're making a difference in grassroots football, honestly, and that's what we want. All teams to make a difference if they possibly can, and support what we're trying to achieve in grassroots football. We've been together since 2003. That's when we started the Don't Cross the Line campaign, and we've added to it with our Heart of Gold, our REFspect campaign, No Ref, No Game campaign. Everything works a treat, honestly, everything goes together and fits like a glove, and we're just trying to work and make it better for all the kids in the community and bringing people together. You know, we're sick of looking at these news versions, and we're talking about Ukraine and wars and that. We want to take all that away, and we want to put everything out there for the kids and make it better for them. They had COVID 5 years ago, and we want to make that a little bit better now for them, and give them some hope and confidence, and give them a brighter future and a voice. So everything that we do is for the kids, basically, to enjoy themselves through our grassroots football, maybe in a choir, maybe in an activity that we'll take and get the kids involved on it. You know, there's things that we will do that will benefit everyone in the community, especially at grassroots football. So why not just support us and get involved and make a difference in your community by getting involved with Don't Cross the Line, the work that we do. But a not-for-profit organisation, a community interest company, and we need and hope to get your support with everything that we do. Now, do you mind if I just nip over there and have a little look at how long we've got left of the first show? 15 minutes we've done, we've got 5 minutes left. So when you're out and about in grassroots football, this is what we're trying to say. We want to do away with these red and yellow cards, and if we can do away with them, if you just talk to your players as coaches, as parents, as role models, excuse me, and say to the kids, don't get involved in anything that's untoward on the pitch. Just go out, play your game and enjoy it and smile. And there's no need for red or yellow cards if you're just going out and doing your best. Don't argue back with the referee or the opposition, and we can do away with these. And yeah, you parents as well, irate parents, don't be irate. Let's do away with them, especially to the managers and coaches as well. Only the minority. We'd rather see you with one of them. The green card, scorecard, look at that. What do points make? Prizes. And that's what we're trying to achieve. That's what we're trying to push out in grassroots football. Get on and support us. Honestly, Don't Cross the Line is there. It's a community interest company trying to help everyone in the community. And football is the biggest sport in it. It used to be fishing, didn't it? But we're hardly hearing anything about fishing now. And I think there's still thousands and thousands going. That used to be bigger. But football now, I'm sorry. Wow, just taking over. And what we want to try and do, change.org, change it, go on to that. And what we're trying to do is DXTL, we're pushing for lower prices in grassroots football. This is what we're trying to do, trying to achieve, because we think that you're paying far too much for your child to play football. With clubs, with hubs, the prices have gone extreme, and we want to try and get these prices down to save your pocket, to put money in your pocket, and maybe have days out in tournaments and things like that for free, rather than going out and spending a fortune week in, week out, so your children can just play football. It'd be great if it was free, wouldn't it? Free versus free, and that's the National Children's Football Alliance with Paul and Early, and we'll be in touch with them soon. They'll be pushing their stuff out and we'll be supporting that, as we do every year. So get involved with us if you don't mind, and make sure that you're supporting everything that we do. Don't cross the line. And you just reminded me, I've got to get in touch with my web designer and ask him to start making a difference on our website, because it needs it. We need to update. There's a lot to update and we need to improve it ASAP. 2 minutes left of the show. That was a quick 3 minutes talking about things. And look at this. This is why we're grassroots. If you can make it out, look at it. Look, 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 look. Respect starts here. And we don't cross the line. We're planting the message early. And it was funny once, you know, because what we do, put a little bag on there and we put grass seed in there, and then we pass it out, planting the message early. And one day I passed that on to the policeman, and he went, "What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not touching that." I had to say to him, look, it was so funny, it's grass seed. Look, read the comments. And he went, "I'm still not touching it, I don't know." Honestly, it was the funniest thing ever. It was in uniform, but that was the best thing that ever happened, honestly. And we will pass these out again. It's just a marketing ploy. And when he saw it, it was the funniest thing ever. What are you trying to do to me? Grass seed, planting the message early. Respect starts here. Absolutely brilliant. What a marketing ploy that we had. But that was the funniest thing ever, honestly. And I still laugh about it now. And that was about 15 years ago. I can't remember why we were talking to that policeman, but honestly, wouldn't touch. Yeah. So there you go, we come to the end of our first grassroots show without the kids. They'll be back, Dan and Jaden, next Friday. Whether it's online, whether it's in the studio, they'll be back. We'll be talking, no doubt, Carabao Cup final, and maybe Everton's game with Dan. I think we've got two. I think we've got a midweek game as well, I'm not too sure, but hey ho, we've got a rest after the Carabao Cup final. So throw everything into it, lads, you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Have a good rest after this final. In the meantime, put your feet up, and if you're out and about tomorrow at the North Liverpool, John O'Leary League, or wherever you're playing football, loads of REFspect on and off the field of play, please. Come up to me, talk to me, tell me what you can do to improve the referees' game on that weekend, 12th, 13th of REFspect, and then we'll give you a little mention here on our grassroots podcast show. From myself, Mal Lane, all the team here, the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, REFspect programme, Hearts of Gold initiatives, No Ref, No Game, and one step nearer to mental health. That's us with our Hearts of Gold choir. We'll see you tomorrow, around about 6 p.m. Have a great evening.